the party chairs and the secretary generals to join in.
For President William Ruto, these moments looked improbable, if not outrightly unacceptable.
The deputy party leaders.
Dr. Ruto, a presidential candidate in 2022, led a crusade against the Uhuru Raila handshake, taking his utter dissatisfaction to Chatham House in the UK, promising a stoppage to what he termed as handshake politics that led to the birth of a mongrel.
The result which you see today in Kenya, there is no government and there is no opposition. Today in Kenya, you have a mongrel of a governance system. You don't know whether it is the government that is in the opposition or the opposition is the one that is in government.
It is a stance he maintained when he ascended to the presidency. And 4 months after taking his oath of office, he linked all governance ills to the Kenyatta-Odinga handshake.
That's why I want a vibrant opposition. How did we get here? We got here because of the handshake nonsense. We got here because you get the opposition, which is supposed to hold the government to account, into some illegal, cohabitation, or whatever it was called, in the name of unity. What unity? Who says by having an opposition, we are not united?
Abroad, President William Ruto's script sounded similar, ruling out an engagement with Odinga and the ODM party, who led countrywide demonstrations over the rising cost of living.
The handshake that brings the opposition and government into some conundrum and a mongrel and an outfit that is undemocratic, unconstitutional, and illegal.
Raila Odinga, a veteran of handshakes, familiar with the formula, is starting after the second multi-party election with President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, his National Development Party merging with KANU, Odinga a beneficiary, becoming the Secretary General of the new KANU. The 2007 general election and the ugly aftermath which engulfed the country offered Odinga another political lifeline, becoming a prime minister in a power-sharing deal with President Mwai Kibaki, midwifed by the late UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, who headed the panel of eminent persons, alongside former Tanzanian President Benjamin Mkapa and former South African First Lady.
Mimi, Mwai Kibaki, naapa kwamba.
The contested election outcome setting the stage for a new arrangement with the late former President Mwai Kibaki. Then came the Harambee House moment and another handshake, this time with Uhuru Kenyatta. By all measure unexpected, the two embarking on a political journey into 2022, Odinga, then Kenyatta's candidate, losing out to Ruto, a Kenyatta 4. Just as the culture of the handshake political seemed to be on the wane, these photos from the Kisozi farm of Ugandan President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni signaled another moment for Odinga, and this time with Ruto. The two naming members to the National Dialogue Committee, NADCO, which concluded its assignment at the Bomas of Kenya and recommended constitutional solutions than economic answers, failing to prescribe answers to the cost of living crisis and the demonstrations which gripped the country as a result. The president, in person leading Odinga's African Union bid, sanctioning government support for the former prime minister in a campaign that ended with a fall to Djibouti's Mahmoud Ali Yusuf. And so 2 days before the 7th anniversary of the March 9th, 2018 anniversary of the Uhuru Raila handshake, these once sworn political enemies appended their signatures. They qualified their union as an antidote to Kenya's socio-economic and political challenges. Odinga, the constant factor in the equation, and President William Ruto, like his predecessors, the variable. Questions, however, abound on how this will extricate the country from the outlined challenges when similar political marriages haven't in the past. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV.